What up, guys? So, there's quite a few videos out there on the Paladin Black Morass farm, but I wanted to give you guys my outtake on it. I do it a little bit different than everyone else. I don't do the traditional burn phase, run back around, everything like that. So I just wanted to kind of give you my output on it and let you guys see how I do it. Since everyone asked, what the talents are and everything like that before everyone gets, so we'll go ahead and show the talents. Just pretty standard raid spec. I don't have Ardent Defender. I have Reckoning over Ardent Defender. I don't take Precision just because most of Pally aggro is from AoE, not from melee swings. But I mean, everything else is pretty standard, Come down, Judgment, Deflection, Pursuit of Justice, just so you can get a different enchant on your boots, plus 15% chance to avoid spells altogether. That's pretty good. So, and then gear-wise is a combination of tank gear and spell power gear for the most part. It really doesn't matter what type of gear set you're using for this. I have the only thing that actually truly matters is you have to be at least 465 defense so you don't get dismounted. Other than that, whatever you want. Right now I'm running the set that I'm in currently unbuffed. I am at 490 damage, 490 spell damage. I do use a wizard oil and an adept's elixir just to make it a little bit easier. You don't have to by any means. I just do it just because. So a quick look at the gear. Great helm from Kara. Still using AQ neck. I'm running 2-set Righteous. I do have tier 4, but 2-set Righteous just for the 2-piece, so you get that reduced mana cost in your consecration. I'm running the Kara back, increase holy damage. This is actually a healer chest piece from Kara, but gives you more spell damage versus the tier 4. Berserker's Dignity, Heroic Arc. Once again, those are the Gauntlets of the Righteous that I'm using. Pally Tank Belt from Heroic Black Morass. These are actually healer, the Pally healing boots from Kara. The Kara rep ring. Ashen's Gift. I actually even run this in my regular tank set just because I'm over defense cap. The two items that you actually legitimately, I won't say need, but the two items that make this run so much smoother. Figurine of the Colossus, drops off the last boss in Shattered Halls, regular or heroic, doesn't matter. And Debiri's Enigma. This, I believe, is a quest reward out in, I want to say, Netherstorm, I think. These two together will change your life. Libram, I'm just running the increased damage for consecration. Libram, Sethic Halls, doesn't matter, heroic or regular. The shield I'm running is actually the Shatar Rep Shield. I no longer use this in my tank set, so I just made it strictly a farming shield, put intellect and crap load of spell damage on it. Then weapon, we have the Lower City Exalted Mace with 40 extra spell damage. So right now I'm sitting at 490 spell damage. So let's see. Put this bad boy on right here. And Depth's Elixir. We are up to 556 spell damage. Now for this, just make sure your Righteous Fury's up just to get that reduction of damage. And doing the initial pull, I like to run Sanctuary just for the damage reduction. That's the only reason. Then I always do Crusader Aura while I'm running around just to gather everybody up. I don't particularly have a certain route that I take to gather all the mobs up. I just run in, grab the first mob I see, and from there just pretty much just run around just gathering all the ads up that you can, and then it may take 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 laps around the entire area, slowly shrinking your circle till you get to the middle, making sure you got all the ads. Now, there is debate whether or not this farm is actually better than the Strat Undead farm. I've done both, and it's really dependent on drops, to be completely honest, and it's dependent on your server's auction house at the given moment. Like right now, I just checked my the Netherweb Spider Silks that drop out of here off these guys right here, the Blackfang Tarantulas. They are going for about 2 gold, 50 silver per on my auction house on Netherwind Alliance. So in a run, you can get anywhere between 5 to 15. So I mean, it's really just dependent on how lucky you are with drops on that aspect. You can also get epics out of here, random world drop epics. You can get the BOE jewel crafting patterns. You can get a buku of stuff, You can get schematics out of here. Then all these mobs also have a chance to drop greens. So I am an enchanter. I think the best professions to do this specific pull would be skinning and enchanting. Just you would make so much more money. I unfortunately am not a skinner, so I don't get all of this leather. So that all the leather just kind of goes to waste. But on a good day, average, I would say roughly 200 gold an hour doing this farm. Once you go back to the city, you empty your bags, everything like that. If you're the type of person like I was originally and you like to see immediate raw gold, you're going to want to stick to your strat farms, your Skolo farms, open world farming, stuff like that. This is not a immediate gold farm. This is, you need to run it 4 or 5 times, go empty your bags, at which point in time your shield will probably be broken anyways. But so you want to do this 4 or 5 times, go empty your bags, and then all of the fangs, all the claws, all the random like gray weapons, all the trash drops you got, you'll get strictly from those roughly 75 golden hours worth of stuff. But then where it really comes in is your disenchanting and the spider silk out of here, and if you were lucky enough to get any of BOEs. So I throw them on the auction house. I logged back in the next day, and strictly off of 5 runs of enchanting mats and the spider silk, I had like 600 gold in my bank. So I mean, it has the potential to be a really, really good farm, but you have to be sort of patient with it. I mean, of course, you always could just vendor the greens and not worry about disenchanting them, but 9 times out of 10, the enchanting mats are going for more than it would be just to vendor the item. So like I said, you're just gonna run around here grabbing all these mobs, trying to get everything riled up, get everything aggroed to you, and then gonna go down. Normally a run will take, I didn't set up a timer, so I will get a before I post this video, I will get a definite answer on an average run time for you guys. But I also want to shout out Og over on Twitch, or Leas. I don't know if he's actually the one that came up with this, but he is the one that I saw do this, and I have tweaked it, refined it to my liking. So if you guys want to give him a, shout out, go look him up, whatever, over on his Twitch, Twitch TV/Orleas, or on his YouTube channel. Go check him out. I will also leave a link down below for him. But yeah, he's the one that I saw initially do this pull, and he is saying I didn't do it. I didn't find out about it until I was already level 70. But he is saying that as a level 66 prop pally, as long as you are above 465 defense rating, you can do this farm. Which, I mean, what level are these mobs? These mobs are like 67, 68, I believe. 67, 68. Yeah. So coming here level 66, I mean, you won't be able to do the super big burn phase or anything like that, but you'll be able to do the initial pull and just the kite phase. You can do the kite phase. So it may take a little bit longer. It may not be worth it. It may not be as fast as level or questing or dungeon grinding. I don't know. I'm not sure. But that is an option if you want to, just kind of chill. You've already got 170 down. You're just leveling a pally just because pallies are the gods of AoE farming and TBC. So if that's what you're doing, you just want to start out on your journey making some gold. Level 66, get a tune, come in Black Morass, and you can start this farm. So you can see we've pretty much got everything gathered up here. Didn't really see too many more mobs wandering around. There's always going to be a few stragglers that you miss here and there, no big deal. As long as you have the majority of these guys, then it'll be worth it. Like you can see here, we got a pretty good group following us right there. So we're just going to run around in a circle, trying to get them all grouped up nice and tight. And then once you are, let's do it one more time here, just to try and get them grouped up a little bit better. That one guy right there. Okay, cool. So once you are, happy with your grouping, you're going to run back up here, right beside the dark portal here. You do not want to go stand over in front of Medivh because that will trigger the event. We do not want to trigger the event. You're going to run up this backside up here of the portal, get up here, switch to your red aura. I like to throw in wisdom. And right here, I don't drop a consecrate. I just run around. Then right here is a big burn phase. I drop max rank consecrate right there. They run through it. I don't know if they ran through it. They did, but my stuff isn't showing, so great. But anyways, so I'll keep this guy targeted. So 92% right there. All right, so this is the damaging part right here. So you see the 92. They go through there 2-3 times. Boom, boom, boom. 86%. Then I drop a rank 2 right there. Down to 84. Come back over on the steps. Max rank. And jump back across. 84, 81, 80, 78%. Rank 2. Just run back around. And this right here, for your level 66 pallies, this is how you're going to do everything. Just doing this little part right here. 75. This is all you're going to do nonstop for lower level pallies. Now, once they start reaching, I want to say it's around 30-ish. It could be a little more, it could be a little less percent. That is when they start to slow down. When they start to slow down, they start splitting off different ways. You'll have some that continue to pad around the way that we've been going. You'll have some that will now start coming around this direction. That's what we want to avoid. We want to keep them nice and tight, nice and grouped up just like this as much as we can. makes it easier, makes it smoother. So what are we at? We're at 64%. So same thing, just keep going around. I do this until they are about anywhere between 35 and 40%. That is when I start my quote unquote burn phase. So max rank consecrate, run through there, down to 55. Okay. Run back around, consecrate, come back, jump up on your steps, max rank right there, come back, jump over here, 49%, come back, rank 2 right there, run back up here, max rank on the steps, jump back across, rank 2. All right, so they're at 42%, so we're going to do one more of these right here. So one more. 42, 40, 39. Okay, that's good right there. That is a good spot to start our burn. So do one more low rank consecrate right there. All right, you see that one guy particular is at 34. So you're going to pop on that, come over here, boom. And then we're going to pop both of our trinkets. We're just going to stand here and dispel the debuff. You want to dispel this debuff. Consecrate, stand here, and then bubble. Once you lose your trinket charges, you're going to bubble, and then you're just going to sit here and they're just going to eat the damage. And there you go. That is the Black Morass farm right there. That's all there is to it. So let's see what we get here. All right. Okay, I'll open my bag so you guys can see what we're getting here. We got one green so far. Okay, this is the spider silk right here, the netherweb spider silk. That and your enchanting mats are the main gold items out of this run. Got another green. And then just a lot of fangs, a lot of claws. There's another green right there. Another silk. Another green, another green. Another green. And then just claws. More silk. Another green. So that actually was not too bad of a haul. That was probably, honestly, one of the better runs right there. Strictly based off the greens. Got everything looted. And like I said, if you were a skinner, right here, you would make a killing. Just loot all those guys. So out of that one run was approximately, I don't know, we'll say 12-ish minutes. I'll get a time down for you, or I'll get a time for you guys posted down below so you know roughly what you're looking at here. So that one run we got 10 spiderweb silks, or 11, sorry. So they're selling right now for $250 a piece on my server. Also got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 greens, which is not that bad, honestly. And then these guys up here, like your razor sharp fangs and the gnarled claws, they actually sell decent as well, just straight to a vendor. See here, I got 3 full stacks of the fangs. Full stacks sell for over 2 gold. So now let's disenchant these, see what we get. Dust, not the greatest, but still sells decent. More dust. Planners, that's good right there. more dust. Not really worth it, but more dust and probably more dust. And oh, 2 more planters. Okay, so that run alone on my server, dust worth 34 gold, planters worth 18 gold, silk worth about 27 gold worth of silk. So let's see, that is 18 plus 27 plus 34, 79 gold from the auction house, plus let's say 2, 4, 6, we'll say 7, 8, 9, we'll say 10 gold. So that one run, 12 minutes, roughly 89 gold. And you know, that could be an average run for, you know, depending on how good your luck is with drops and everything. That could be a horrible run for some people. That could be an amazing run for some people. So average run, I will say anywhere between 50 to 90 gold a run. You know, it's a huge gap. I don't like doing gaps that big, you know, but that's what it could be. You could do I've done one run where I've got 3 silk and no grains. You know, that's a absolute garbage run. Those are few and far in between, but they do happen. So keep that in mind. I've also done runs where I've got 2 gem recipes, 16 greens, and 2 stacks of silk. Those are also few and far in between. There's one run that got an epic to drop. Those are definitely, you know, I've been doing this now for, I don't know, probably close to a month. Seen 1 epic, and I've only seen 2 blues, or 2 of the gem recipes, but I have seen multiple BOE blues. Some of them sell, some of them don't. Some of them is just straight worth disenchanting in the beginning just to get the shard, just to call it. But that is the Black Morass farm. I want to do it one more time and get an average time on it for you guys. I'll leave the average time in the link below. But yeah, Black Morass farm. This is how I managed to save up enough to get my epic flying. I got all my gems, all my enchants, everything like that from here farming, you know, whether it be farming the gold for the gems or farming mats for the enchants. Also made enough gold to completely buy my way to Exalted with Aldor. So I mean, it's if you got the time and you guys are looking for a quick little farm that could be beneficial, definitely give this one a shot. You know, see how it works out for you. It's, to me, this is probably the most lucrative farm you can do right now on a Protection Paladin. I would highly recommend this if you have the gear to do it. Like I said, you don't really need a lot of gear. There's level 66s doing this thing. Mages can do it. Pallies can do it. I'm sure there's other classes that could do it. I just play a Pally. I have played mages, so I know, you know. But I'm sure there's other classes that could do it. They could be, if you want to get with one of your buddies who is a skinner, bring them in here and be like, yo, you can have all the leather, let me have all the drops, get an epic that drops, we'll split it. You know, I've asked a few people to do that. Had one person come with me on 2 runs. I think off 2 runs just off the leather. That was actually one of the runs that the epic dropped. But just off the leather for those runs, they made about 150 gold just strictly off skinning and they AFK the entire thing. So if you are a skinner or you know somebody that's a skinner that you want to bring in, make a little bit extra money, that's a good way to do it. But that's the Black Morass farm. So Thanks for watching, guys.